Here we are, we're at Animal Kingdom today. We're on our way in. We made it through security and temperature checks super quick. They built a whole new security section, plus the new way they're doing security, it's super awesome. So here we are about to go on the day. What ride are we riding?
Pandora. I mean, Flight of Passage.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you ridden on this ride before?
No.
First time.
Yeah.
It's your first time?
Yeah.
What do you think it's going to be like?
He asked about, like, when we were walking up, he asked how the people who live in Pandora get up to the floating mountains. And I told him that they ride banshees. And he was like, what's a banshee? And I was like, well, when we ride the ride, you'll be able to fly up to the mountain.
That's what Flight of Passage is about. You get to learn all that stuff.
Penny.
Oh, you found a penny?
Yeah.
What did you tell me about pennies?
That they bring you good luck.
They bring you good luck?
Yeah. I put it in my pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a banshee.
It does.
What do you think this ride's gonna be like?
I want to see it for myself.
Oh, okay. That's a good idea.
So
No.
don't tell me anything about it.
Okay, no spoilers, huh?
No spoilers.
All right.
And it says, I found a penny. Well, now I know what it
You mean riding this ride isn't the best? It's
Yeah.
the penny?
is. Yes, it's all penny.
I don't know why I spent all this money then. This is one of the first times we've had to go through the actual queue. Usually we do fast passes, but they don't have fast passes right now, so it's really kind of cool to be able to go through the queue and see all of the theming that they've done. I personally think Pandora is one of the best Imagineering things that they've done with how far they take things with the atmosphere, the music, the way that they do it at night I think is phenomenal. It's just super cool.
Pandora is the most interesting thing I've seen.
Did you like it?
Yeah, but not that much.
Not that much.
No. That was too much of flying. I couldn't do it. It was too much.
You couldn't handle it?
No.
Just too much, huh?
I'm like when I'm going down slides, I'm like pull up, but I couldn't.
Well, yeah.
I'm trying to-
I think that ride's really cool, but you don't want to ride it again?
No.
Okay.
I'm trying to pull up, but I can't. I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have to.
You don't have to.
I keep going close to the ground. I'm like pull up. I want to get up now.
Did you still have fun on it though?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just one time was enough.
Yeah.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
So the wait time for Flight of Passage, when we got in line, said 50 minutes. Right now it says 45. We just got off. We were on there in line maybe half an hour. So wait times for the most part have been pretty accurate to what they're saying. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. We were pleasantly surprised with Flight of Passage because it was a little less than we thought, but it moves really fast and the queue's really cool. So it was definitely worth the wait. Not a problem at all. So we decided after our morning in Pandora that we were going to do something that Abby could do. And so we decided to come and do the oh my goodness, we were going to do the safari. So things have been a little bit different for this trip, obviously, with the pandemic and changes that they've made. I've been surprised by some of the things that they did change, but I've also been surprised at some of the things that aren't changed, which has been nice to be able to still have some things that are same. One is the crowds. The crowds don't bother me, they don't scare me away, but I'm really surprised by how many people are here. It feels like a normal trip, wouldn't you say? Like crowd-wise?
Yeah.
Maybe a little.
When you're walking through like guest areas and stuff, are pretty. The common areas are pretty full still.
Common areas are pretty full.
But I don't know if some of that is because like when you do the mobile ordering, like you have to stay outside of the restaurant, so like a bunch of people gather.
There's a lot more gathering because they don't allow as many people indoors. Yeah. So there is that.
And then the lines all extend out of the queues into the walkways and stuff. So maybe it makes it feel like there are a lot more people than there really are, because I mean, we waited, what, 40 minutes for
Flight of Passage?
Yeah.
That's really low. And the wait time for this was like 45-50 minutes, and that's pretty standard for Safari. So maybe that's it. Also, like, we just walked through where they would normally have the stroller parking for Festival of Lion King, and I've noticed that a lot of the stroller parking areas that are usually there are actually now part of queues. So they've had to displace a lot of that, which means people aren't parking their strollers, which then takes up more room. So maybe that's part of the crowds.
It sucks to walk through the line of Festival of the Lion King and not be able to watch it.
It breaks my heart. That is my favorite show. In fact, at the beginning of the pandemic, a bunch of the cast members, current and previous, put together a show, like a virtual show,
the ending of
the finale, and I'll put a link in this video for it. It just, I don't know, it just made everything so much better to be able to watch it. And for those of you that are familiar with it, it's really cool. If you've never seen it before, it'd probably be a little confusing and wouldn't.
But if you're a fan of the show, like
then you can see all the
really
nuances
impressive.
And how creative they get, and just the talent of all of them and the creativity. So every now and then we'll just put it on, and no matter where I am in the house, I come down and be like, oh, this is Mom's favorite. So.
And you start crying.
I do. I get emotional every single time, even though I've seen it dozens of times. Probably just because I think of all the emotions and the times that we've come, and just the feeling about when we're here. I don't know. Everybody has always asked, you know, why do you come? Why do you come? It's the magic, and there's no real way to explain what the magic is, except when you're here, like that feeling that you have when you're here. And so to watch that show and to like relive it in any way you can, it just reminds you of that, and that's what's so cool. So, but were you able to find the pecans?
You know what? That reminds me. You just said it.
What?
From there's that episode of How I Met Your Mother.
Oh yeah.
Where Robin on TV always says you just said that.
Yeah, then they make the drinking game out of her saying
Yeah,
dang it, yeah.
But you have said a lot too.
I have said
But you
a lot.
totally said
All right, I'll be better at that. That's really funny.
But
So they didn't have the pecans. Is that what we were trying to find?
But no, I can't find them anywhere. Seriously, like I walked around this whole area.
That's disheartening.
It is.
Do they have almonds?
No, I didn't see anything.
Oh my goodness.
They might be in another area somewhere.
They might be in another area. One of our favorite snacks here is the candied pecans. We saw candied almonds in Magic Kingdom yesterday.
I don't want to even try those though.
I think we have had them before.
I don't want to get them though.
This is not the same as the pecans. Pecans is a softer nut, so they're so much better. But we haven't given up. We're gonna keep looking.
Yeah.
But so what animal are you looking forward to seeing?
A crocodile, an alligator, and a hippopotamus.
And a hippopotamus. Abby, what animal do you want to see on the safari?
I want to go see the safari.
What animal does Dad want to see?
And a
Thank you, Lion Guard. That is now our favorite animal.
Is that how I sound when I talk?
Yeah. Don't you want to see some animals?
No.
This is called an okapi. And the okapi has a black and white color, so it looks a lot like a zebra, but surprisingly, okapis and zebras, they're not related to each other. The okapi is the only known relative to the giraffe instead.
It's my favorite animal.
This is a black rhino. Black rhinos, they weigh just about 3,000 pounds, so this is one of the largest animals around here. I can see the greater kudu. Oh, looks like a hippo just came from around the corner there on the right. And these are the Nile crocodiles. They are the largest crocs in Africa. They could grow to reach just about 15 feet long. Now to go through these gates, this officially welcomes us into the savannah. I was going to find some sable antelope way in the back there. So there's just 2 zebra here right now. I know there's a couple others that live around. Whenever you see a group of zebra, this is called a dazzle. It's very rare to ever really see a giraffe lay down because it's not a common thing they do, especially adults. They spend a lot of time up on their feet, even sleeping standing up on their feet. So most likely this giraffe does feel very comfortable, very safe in this area, knowing that there's not really any predators nearby, that it can take this moment to relax. You'll see the Ankoli cattle, some more wildebeest and some springbok. So these types of monkeys you're seeing on our left side are called mandrills. The mandrills is they're very recognizable. They have that red and blue nose. So if you know who Rafiki is, Rafiki's also a mandrill. You see little baby mandrill just jumping all over the place. And now we're just gonna sit there. So that's dad, and that's mom pretty close by. So mom and dad are the closest ones to baby mandrill. This is one of the younger male elephants who live here. If you've ever heard the phrase that elephants never forget, it's pretty true. They actually have these really, really good memories. We'll use that memory to remember lots of important things, like where to find water during a drought or where to get food during a shortage. You're also going to see some flamingos, a lot of them. These are greater flamingos. They are the largest and also the lightest flamingos in Africa. So they're a very light shade of pink. There's a couple of antelope over there called the scimitar horned oryx. The oryx, they got their very long name from their very long horns, which are shaped like scimitar swords. This is the lioness. I see the lion back there too. Now, the lions will spend about 20 hours of their day inactive, spending most of it resting. These are some of the white rhinos. Earlier we got to see their cousin, the black rhino. White rhinos are a little bit larger. They weigh about 5,000 pounds, while their cousin was just only 3,000. This ostrich you can see is just laying down right now. You see there's that green truck. There's a second ostrich. You see it's kind of just pecking at that truck's windows over there. We're about to pass by the warden's post. You guys see a couple of Nigerian dwarf goats hanging out here. Now, if you look up the Disney Conservation Fund, it'll actually teach you all the different other ways of learning more about wildlife, learning more about conservation just in general. So even though you couldn't really live with an elephant in your backyard, you can learn how to take care of an elephant from the comfort of your home, while the elephant's also in the comfort of its own home in the wild too.
So we just got off the safari. Safari is always great. It was really cool. The lions were up and moving today. Usually they're just sleeping and not moving around. One time we did a nighttime safari and we actually got to hear them roar, which was super cool. I think we were in line maybe half an hour. It went really quickly. So overall, I'm not scared by the long lines because you have to social distance everybody in line. It makes it look like it's really long, but it's really not as long. I have a feeling we're gonna go through the animal section. They have some animal trails where you can see birds and monkeys and gorillas, and so I think we might check those out for a few minutes, and then I think we're getting pretty close to lunch. They have okapis. I feel like we need one.
I want to see the gorillas.
You want to see the gorillas?
Yeah.
Come on, Ab.
Let's go see the gorillas.
No gorillas.
Oh, gorillas are cool. This is an intense staring contest.
You looked away. You looked away.
I did.
Yes, you did.
I did.
All right, so we just finished eating lunch. We decided to go to Flame Tree barbecue today just because of the kids selection. Our kids are kind of picky, so we came here and we got the cornbread for them. They didn't care for any of the kids meal options, but the cornbread had peppers and corn kernels in it, which it was good. That was a little bit of an issue for Calvin. He's not a fan, the texture. That was our only negative for lunch today. It was pretty good. We got the pulled pork sandwich and the chicken salad, which was pretty good. Anyway, so we are just packing up and we're gonna go and ride Everest. And I think after that we're gonna call it a day. We've had some rain this afternoon, so it already caught us a little bit, but it's just part of Florida, so we'll take it as it comes. Other than that, the temperature's really good and it hasn't been too sunny, so it's been great. We found him, guys. We found him. Oh, this is it. This is it. It's the purple bag. You gotta get the purple bag. The red bag is the almonds.
Yeah, they like melt in your mouth.
Oh, dude, and they serve them warm. I'm telling you, this is it.
Yep.
What ride are we gonna ride?
Everest.
Woohoo!
First time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You excited?
I
Yeah.
think you look forward. Hey, I think you look forward to this one the most.
This is Mommy's favorite ride in Animal Kingdom. finish up our day, probably. Abby's been feeling really left out because she couldn't ride Flight of Passage or Everest, and Calvin had so much fun. So we thought we decided to just try and squeeze in one more ride in. So we chose Dinosaur because Abby's actually tall enough to ride it. So we're headed off that way to ride it. Calvin's ridden it before, but it's been a long time, and it's Abby's first time. So let's see how they like it. Is it scary?
Yeah, there was no steering thing.
Oh, no steering thing?
No.
Abby, did you like that ride?
Yes!
Which ride was your favorite?
Oh, you still have some donuts.
The one that we just ride.
Dinosaur was your favorite?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. This was I'm done it.
Hey, not right now.
Which ride was your favorite ride? Everest, yeah. Are you tired?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ride Everest again.
You want to ride Everest again?
Yeah. Daddy, I have a good idea. How about you and me have a whole day doing that?
Just
The whole
around
day.
and around it.
And you guys can just do whatever
See
you
how many
want.
times we can ride in a day?
Yeah.
So we are at the end of day 2 of our first Animal Kingdom day. We had a really fun day. There were some things that were a little bit of a bummer. We had some rain that we had to dodge a little bit, but there was a lot less rain than was in the forecast, so that's good. There wasn't as much sunshine, so it wasn't quite as hot, which was also good. The kids were able to ride more rides this time because they've gotten taller since the last time we came, and so we had a lot of fun being able to let them experience that. Calvin's new favorite ride is Everest, and Abby really liked Dinosaur, which surprised me a little bit. I thought she would be a little scared by it, but not her. She was screaming and having fun the entire time, just so excited. And similar situation for Calvin with Everest. I thought Calvin would really love the Flight of Passage, but I think in time he will. There's a little bit of I think sensory overload with him. He liked it, but he's like, it's just too much. I can't ride it again. And so I think he just kind of needs to process it a little bit, which in reality, it is a very sensory driven experience. It's really cool, but you're kind of strapped in there, and so for somebody who's a little bit anxious and needs time to process, it makes sense that it was a little bit too much for him. Plus, he's never seen Avatar, which I think if he had seen it, he would be a little bit more excited and a little bit more cognizant of what's going on and the importance of everything. But overall, it was really cool, really fun. We weren't able to go to really any of the stores, so next time we'll make sure to go through all the stores and check out the new merchandise and everything that they've got. They usually have some really cool stuff that's really different than a lot of the other Disney merchandise at Animal Kingdom. You have your standard stuff that's in the Emporium or World of Disney that you find like in Mouse Gears, and some of your main street shops in Hollywood Studios. But Animal Kingdom tends to have that and a little bit more because of the strong cultural influences that they have in their theming and in their focuses as well. So we'll do that next time. And we found our candied pecans. I think they're actually called cinnamon glazed pecans, but that is one of our favorite snacks in Animal Kingdom. Another one is zebra domes, which usually are only sold at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. I think we're going to try and head over there this week to see if we can find those too, because those is a really good dessert for on property. So we'll have to see if we can check those out. But all in all, a great day today. We are going to get some rest tonight, and tomorrow morning we are going to Olivia's for breakfast because we have Epcot tomorrow, and Epcot doesn't open till 11 in the morning, and so we're going to go have a nice breakfast and then head on over to Epcot and be able to have some fun over there. So signing off for tonight. Have a good night, everybody.